Hey everyone, this is David. It's time for a quick hit. It's Sunday. Everyone having a good Sunday. Thank you all for listening to the Patreon yesterday. I'm sorry, tree huggers. I apologize to all of you. Look, it's just we go where the mood takes us and where the news is. And I just wanted to break down Louis Realis's Vinny Via launch in LA this week and talk all about that. And I didn't have the nicest things to say, but I gotta go with what I observe, right? Anyway, now Teresa and Louis are at Coachella. I mean, did you guys see this? They're there, and we're really saving the RHOA talk just for Patreon. But could we just say you saw them at Coachella and like they're there, and Louis thinks everyone's taking a picture of himself, of him, and it's really, I mean, for Taylor Swift and Travis, and then Louis trying to get a selfie with Taylor in the background. Girl, stop fanning out. By the way, I mean, look, to each his own, and I wish everyone the best of luck in the world. And if Teresa and Louis want to go, I mean, it's so funny because last night I went out and my friends were like, was it easy to get a dinner reservation? Because LA truly, truly, everyone in LA flocks to Coachella. You could not pay me. I mean, you could pay me. Scheana's there getting paid. So I guess if you were going to pay me, but you couldn't pay me to go to Coachella. Like nothing sounds worse to me. Like, am I in an alternate Twilight Zone? But all of LA closes down, guys. All of it. Everybody's at Coachella. Um, oh, and by the way, yeah, I'm gonna hold that thought. Anyway, let me tell you. So we learned that Kenya Moore is in on RHOA. Just why can't I just look at something and just have a positive reaction? Why am I such a fucking troll? But I think to me, this is where my crazy mind goes. It's like, didn't we know Kenya was coming back to RHOA? I mean, it wasn't announced. I just find it interesting that we announced Porsha weeks and weeks and weeks ago, and now we announce Kenya Moore coming back to RHOA as if it's some big reveal. We announced that days after it's announced that BravoCon 2024 is canceled. I am actually doing an entire over an hour show on BravoCon being canceled and what I think it means for the future of Housewives, the future of Bravo. And I'm going one franchise at a time and just giving my opinion on which ones are okay, like as far as I see a future here, which ones I feel are on life support, and which ones I think are truly, let's not forget we have a Dallas franchise that doesn't exist anymore. So I'm going to go franchise by franchise and say which ones are thriving, which ones are on life support, and which ones it's time to call it time of death. And truly, I think like they will be calling it and that franchise will be canceled. I don't know. It's great that Kenya's coming back. It wasn't official, just like Robin Dixon being fired from Potomac is not official at this point. But I just think it's funny that that was the big announcement days after BravoCon 2024 being put off, canceled. I don't buy it. I think it's like a distractor. And now there's the rumors, which also, I mean, we said that on this show here for months. I predicted that Drew would come back and that Shereé wouldn't. It seems like that's now gaining traction and that Shereé's future is not likely and Drew's is. I could have told you that. I mean, Drew just will do anything, but she's got a lot going on. They did really kind of toy with maybe revamping it a la New York style, which hasn't been like the most successful for them. So here we are. So I don't know. I don't know by Atlanta. Speaking of franchises that it might be time to call it time of death and the future just might be very uncertain. Potomac. I mean, this Potomac reunion is everyone watching? Everyone up on the Potomac reunion? I mean, this is just a mess. I mean, Andy starts by saying, like, we hope that we can have all these people reconcile. By the end of it, it's a cast fractured. It's never good when you can't come back from where you are. Andy looks so bored. Now we get into this whole thing. I mean, you guys have all reacted online. I mean, Giselle, here we go again, Jizzy Jiz. Giselle, Robin, people are now blaming Wendy and Candiace for starting this whole fight with this Fraggle Rock biatch. Deborah that Ashley brought. No one is blaming Ashley for bringing her friend Deborah. Everyone's blaming Wendy and Candiace. So that has incited you guys. Now we have a discussion on the stage of colorism. We've had the discussion of colorism before. Andy isn't really jumping in to defend Wendy and or Candiace. And here we go with Giselle getting away with absolute murder again, trying not to talk about anything in her life and to keep her paycheck. So you guys are not happy. Everyone seems to be Team Candiace. I mean, Candiace is getting blamed for this. And after, I don't know if you saw the comment on Twitter where Candiace is like, you can all have this. Like, I'm out. I think Wendy is over being up there. I mean, this show is a total fucking mess. And it's not fun to watch. This is like the real life stuff that y'all went and ran away from in season 13 with my good friend Ebony K. Williams. So, I mean, where do we go from here? And if we're going to have this discussion, let's have it. I mean, which was Wendy's point. Like, we're dipping in and out and having this for 3 minutes, but Andy don't seem to be defending anyone. Andy seems bored. Candiace is being blamed for this smackdown with Deborah. And Wendy's the only one kind of coming to her defense. And Giselle is just sitting there saying to herself, thank God it's not about me. I think, again, Karen Huger is trying. She sees, the hefty six-figure check slipping away. I think we're in for a major pause on Potomac. I think Potomac is in more trouble than any other franchise at this point. I mean, they have to figure this shit out. They have to figure this shit out. Atlanta, I mean, they're figuring it out, but I mean, man, Atlanta better come back for something good. Or I don't think Porsha's divorced from Simon. Yes, I don't know if you saw this. Fallon, Simon's ex, was out with the hot dog king the other night, kind of saying like a fuck you to Porsha. But that alone isn't, no, we're not going to get Fallon on Real Housewives of Atlanta. That alone isn't going to keep next season interesting. So I have high hopes for Atlanta. It was the juggernaut, but I don't know. I think Potomac is in trouble, and watching this reunion is cringeworthy because so many things are being handled wrong. And I think everyone just up there looks blindsided and they're watching this whole franchise slip away. Lisa Rinna and Kathy, they were out. We had a benefit here in LA for cancer awareness, women's cancer awareness. Crystal was there, so was Kyle, Kathy, and Rinna. Kathy and Rinna took a picture together. Things move on in Hollywood, guys. Things move on. So they looked hunky-dory, as we shall say, and you all come